Peace and welcome to all of my beautiful crown heads. Please take this time out right now to like the video, share the video, subscribe, and most importantly, hit that notification bell. That way you all are notified when we go live in the future. We're going to drive some things home tonight. All right. I'm tired. As a woman, as a sister, as your sister, I'm tired. Peace to all of you guys that said, oh, the intro was fire. Look, I be just trying to put some stuff together. I'm still waiting on my lighting to be fixed, so we're going to get it all together, you guys. We're going to bring this whole thing into production, but we're going to keep it real while we're doing it, right? As a woman, I'm tired of hearing women make excuses for dealing with no good men. I'm tired of it. See, sis, nobody made you. Nobody made you choose to deal with the type of men that you chose to deal with, but you. Y'all go through these no good dudes time after time after time, allow them to come through and use you up and put you in a worse off position than you were already in before you got with him. Why? Because the D was good, because he was sexy, because you thought you could change him. Very shallow reasons. But then I find it very ironic how a lot of you women will complain when men down the road don't want you. Now they're shallow because they don't want to deal with your BS. They don't want to deal with your extra baggage that, again, you created. See, y'all don't mind being ran through, used up, taken for granted, taken advantage of, to the point where you become bitter and broken, and you have all of these babies and these bills. And that man is not helping you with that. As a matter of fact, it's multiple men. This is what really has me irritated, is the fact that it's multiple men. It's not just one. We're human, you guys. We all make mistakes. I get that. I am not exempt from mistakes. I've chosen to deal with a no good dude in my past. I'm not going to even say he was no good. He just wasn't good for me. He wasn't a man. He wasn't a provider, a protector, Cool guy, but, not a man. Irresponsible, I did that too, sis. I'm not doing that to you. I'm not holding that over your head. But what a lot of us do is we make bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, to the point where it's like, sis, this is not a mistake. This is a choice. 280 of us now in the building. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. See, that's what irritates me, is that a lot of women choose to deal with no good dude after no good dude after no good dude because the sex is good, because he looks a particular way, because she feels like all the other thought cakes want him and she wants to make him into her trophy of, look, I changed him. Shallow reasons, surface level, petty reasons, childish, immature reasons. And then down the line, once you are ran through, used up by these no good choices, not mistakes, now you're mad. Now you're like, I'm done dealing with these dudes. I need me a real man. What a real man at? I'm going to keep having this conversation until y'all get it. 310 of us. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Thank you, Solomon, for your donation. Let me see if I can find it. See, it's a choice, ladies. This is what pisses me off. And nobody is calling you out on it. No woman, really. Not in a no-nonsense way. Solomon says, I haven't been able to catch you live in a while. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much, Solomon. I appreciate you. See, we make these bad choices, bad decisions, and a lot of us, we know better. That is what really pisses me off. We know better, and we make excuses for dealing with these types of men. It's like, yeah, but he's adventurous. I like the spice. It's spicy. He keep me on my toes. He keep me guessing. With your childish ass. Not realizing that a good quality man could give you that same type of adventure, that same kind of spice, just in a mature, responsible way, not in a pump and dump way, not in a can I use your car way, not in a do you got $20 way. Thank you, Darian, for becoming a channel member. I appreciate that. 350 of us in the building. 355. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Y'all laughing. I'm dead serious. Yeah, with your childish ass. Childish. And see, this is the problem. We go through this phase, a long phase too, of dealing with no good dudes, cheap thrills, right? And we're doing it for childish reasons, like sex, like looks, like having a prize, as far as being able to show off this guy that was no good, and then you transform him, and now everybody just thinks that you're the woman. You the baddest bitch, girl. You changed no good Tyrone into a king, girl. We think that we can do that, and it doesn't pan out that way. Tyrone's still gonna be in the streets. But it's multiple Tyrones, not just one. You keep choosing Tyrone after Tyrone after Tyrone because you feel like you're going to finally change a Tyrone into a Prince Charming. Yeah, it's just something about them hood dudes, It's something about them street dudes, they just what, sis? Bringing you down? And again, I don't have any problem with you being from a certain area. Hell, I'm from St. Louis. Come on, you guys. A lot of y'all be like, oh, you in the hood. St. Louis is the hood, the murder capital. Yeah. Nothing to do with that. I feel like when I say hood dudes, I'm speaking from a place of him being the type of guy that is in the streets, not trying to be productive, right? Not trying to be responsible. It's a lifestyle, not necessarily where you're from or where you're located, but what you're doing with your life. Are you trying to be a hood ass dude? Not being productive, trying to live off a woman, trying to be a baby daddy? Are you trying to, use her car and ask for $20 every 2 days? If that's you, sir, I'm talking about you. And see, these women will get with these men for a long stretch of their life for shallow reasons. And then when they feel like they're drowning, 401 of us, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Now they want to get with a nice guy. I'm sick of it. Now y'all want a husband. Now y'all want a righteous man. No, sis. Go back to Tyrone. Remember when you passed up the righteous man, the good guy, the nice guy, the responsible guy? Remember you passed him up because he was a square. Remember you passed him up because he was boring. He wasn't spicy enough. Remember that, sis? Don't come. So why you want him now then? Isn't he the same square ass dude from the past? Isn't he the same boring guy from the past? Oh, but now you want him not to be shallow when it comes to dealing with you and your shambled life and your 5 kids and your debt and your bills and what you got going on. You gonna let yourself go, sis? The hood, all the Tyrones in the hood done hit it. Never wiped you, never took you seriously, just pumped you with a bunch of babies, used your car, took all your money. Now you want the good guy to settle for you. Now you want the good guy to not be shallow when it comes to him saying, you know what? I don't want you though. I don't want you anymore. I don't get it. And I'm tired of it. And what I see, this is what really inspired this video. What I see is a lot of women making excuses as to why they deal with these types of men. Oh, well, it's just I don't want no square ass dude. I don't want no, that's corny. No, what's corny is you trying to come through after you haven't been ran through, trying to make a husband, a righteous man, save you. That's what's corny. What's corny is that no good ass dude you was dealing with. I'm sorry, it's plural. Dudes you were dealing with, taking advantage of you, using you, and you knowing that he was, but because the D was quote unquote good, you settled for it. And I'm tired. This is another thing we need to touch on. I'm tired of y'all talking about good guys, righteous guys, nice guys don't have good peen. Like, they have good penis, probably better than these no good ass dudes that y'all claim has the best D in the world. Y'all need to stop that. I hate that narrative. Bad boy equates to good dick. No, it does not. Because is he a good father? Oh. Is he a good man to you? Oh, but he got good penis though. Okay. That makes sense. All right. See, that doesn't translate well over into, being a provider and a protector. Good D does not mean that he's going to be a good spouse, a good husband, a good father, a good leader. That doesn't mean that. So again, we got to dig deeper. All right. Yeah, he got a good D, but he a bad father. Girl, thank you, Andy, for your donation. I appreciate it. 488 of us. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And I know y'all gonna be pissed off. Thank you, Humble Warrior. He says, I don't want my thotty thot cakes because I already have too many cakes that I like, and my teeth can't handle any more sweets. So they can keep themselves over there. Ooh. See these thotty thot cakes? They want to be shallow in their prime. And then when they're used up and abused up and ran through and for the streets, now they want to say, I ain't no good men. I'm looking for a husband. Is a husband looking for you? Sis, I don't think the husband is looking for you. It's just yeah, silly. The mistress says, isn't that a good thing? He's home and out of the streets. What are you talking about, the mistress? Who's out of the streets and at home? Because it's not these guys that these women are dealing with and complaining about later. Talking about they want some adventure and these nice guys is corny and boring. 497 of us. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. I'm just sick of it. I really am. I really am. Like, how dare you? How dare you come through demanding certain things, come through wanting certain things? You want this high caliber, top notch type of husband, type of man, but you done squandered away everything that you could possibly offer to that man. He's supposed to just say, you know what? I'm going to deal with you and all of your bad decisions. I'm going to deal with you and your bad reputation. I'm going to deal with you and your baby daddies. And now it's the good guy. Now it's his turn to be shallow. Now it's his turn to pass you up. And now you got a problem. We got to do better, ladies. 511 of us. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it. Giorgio says, I think some women wants the thug in their youth and the provider when the thugs ain't checking for them. That's whack as hell. Let me say this, you guys. Do women like a man with edge to them? Yes. Do we like assertive men, confident men? Yes. Masculine men? Yes. But that does not mean he's an irresponsible guy. Like, I hate how we have this perception of good guys just automatically being corny. Something's wrong with them. The dick is whack. They don't have edge to them. They don't have spice. It's plenty of good men out here who can provide you that edge that you're looking for. They can give you that adventure that you're looking for. I think that's corny as hell that we equate no good hood dudes that can't do anything for us with adventure, with excitement, with good sex. And again, now we want to come through and have this epiphany like, oh my God, hold up. I should have chose the nice guy all along. Oh my God, I should have chose him all along. Because now you see your friends settle down now and they're with wholesome men. They're with good guys. They're being taken care of. And maybe, you know, he didn't have that certain thug look to him or that certain thug edge to him, but he can get very thug-ish when need be, when it came down to that. You know what I mean? Like, this is the thing. We would rather have a man that portrays to be a certain way than to have a man that is actually a man and that can turn on that aspect that we're looking for in those thug guys when the time calls for it. A man doesn't have to walk around acting like he just so macho and he just so gangster and he just so, you know, hood and he can throw them hands with anybody and he can knock a motherfucker out. A man doesn't have to walk around like that in order for him to qualify as a masculine man. You know, a man with edge. Like, no, it's a time and a place. But see, what's really hypocritical about it all is the fact that we say we don't want that type of man that is carrying himself in a manner that is a gentleman, that is respectful, that is righteous, that is a good guy, a nice guy. He's not trying to be out here in the streets. He's not trying to, you know, put on this front and this facade like he's the man. Like, he doesn't need to do that because he's already secure within himself. But we would say we don't want that type of man when we need it. But then we want to wait until we're in dire need of that type of man to, you know, ease up. To me, that's corny. 555 of us, 555. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. I feel like that is corny as hell. And a lot of women do that. You know, he doesn't have to, a good guy does not have to walk around like a macho street thug. He doesn't. Thank you, Manta, for your donation. Thank you, Clarence. He says, you should see them women on the dating app. The ones in the 35 to 45 age range look like they should be in the 55 to 65 age range. Out of shape, double chins, bloodshot eyes, and dry skin. Clarence, you know you didn't have to roast them like that. God. But I feel that, though. Like, we want to waste our time, our youth, our beauty, our sex appeal, our good womanly aspects, our good feminine ways on these no good ass dudes. We give them everything. We're cooking for them, cleaning for them, giving them babies, sharing cars, paying bills, filling out job applications for them. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? I know women who have filled out job applications for their men. A real man would have a fucking problem with that. Girl, it's like y'all remember back in the day, that Soul Food movie. And she went behind her man's back and tried to get him a job and this, that, and the third. And he came back like, man, I'm a man. You know, a real man has a certain kind of ego to him, you know? In a healthy way, of course. You know, we all have an ego. It's just you don't want to be dysfunctional with your ego. But the ego is necessary sometimes. Men have that. So a real man would feel some type of way about his woman trying to step on his toes as far as placing him in a certain position. A real man is going to come through and place himself in that position. So the fact that it's a lot of women out here filling out job applications, creating resumes for their man, and girl, really? What is he doing? Is that your son or your man? A lot of us, it's kind of sick and twisted. It's like, you know, we want sons as our men, as our companions, as our spouses. I don't get that. But see, we do that until we are dried up, used up, ran through, and tired of playing mama and wife. I'm sorry, not even wife. We're playing wifey to these dudes who don't have any kind of real intentions on settling down with us, just using us. And then we get to a place to where it's like, man, I'm tired of it. All these niggas ain't shit. You know, all they want to do is use you and mess with you and play mind games. No, they don't. The men that you chose to involve yourself with did. And see, you know that all men are not like that, which is why now, as a grown woman with all of these extra baggages attached to you, you're looking for a certain type of man. Now you're looking for a husband. Now you're tired of playing wife. Now you want to actually be a wife, and no real man of real substance and values wants to make you his wife. And now you're upset about that. And you're blaming everybody but yourself for that. That pisses me off. And I'm tired of women doing that and setting that standard, setting that tone for younger women coming up behind them, and we're doing the same damn thing. We're making the same mistakes. And as quiet as kept, a lot of the older women are setting these negative trends for these younger women coming up behind them, instead of telling them, hey sis, this is not the right path. I traveled down that path. It didn't work. You know, I wasted my time trying to change a man. I wasted my time trying to live a hot girl summer, and it turned into a hot girl life. And all it did was hold me back. All it did was age me. All it did was make me angry and bitter. So sis, leave that lifestyle alone. I'm telling you right now, while you're young, go after the good guy. Go after the nice guy. Leave the street hood dudes alone. They're nothing but trouble. They'll do nothing but tear you down and bring you down. I'm telling you, sis. I did it multiple times. A lot of you women are doing these things multiple times with multiple different men, the same mistake. And you're not being a woman enough to correct the women coming up behind you. That's corny to me. Instead, you make excuses. Oh, well, it wasn't me. It was them. No, sis, it was you choosing to be with them. Now you telling the young queens coming up behind you, oh, girl, these men just ain't shit. They all users. They all ain't no good. So you just get out here and you do what they do. You use them. You pimp them out. And then the younger queens are coming through like, okay, well, I mean, she is the elder. Obviously, she knows better. Let me listen to this information. So then they take the information and they do that too. And now they're ran through like you. Now they got all this baggage attached to them like you. And that's exactly what a lot of you girls want. I can't even call you women. You're little girls. Grown ass girls. Middle-aged ass girls. You want to set them up for the failure because misery loves company. And not only that, you want the men for yourself. So if the younger women that are coming up behind you, that maybe are more youthful than you, more beautiful than you, if they're acting just as bad as you feel like, okay, I got a chance out here. Because I know from my wisdom and my experience that men don't really want to deal with that. So let me give them the wrong game so I can capitalize off of that and snatch up me a husband because I want a husband now. But you teaching the younger generation behind you, settling down, that's weak. These niggas ain't shit. These men ain't shit. They all the same. And then the cycle repeats. But unfortunately, what's happening, and this is another good reason why we need to have this conversation. Unfortunately, what's happening is the younger queens are listening to the older queens. I can't even call y'all queens, man. Ugh. But I'm going to do it anyway out of respect. You know, that's just how I'm set up. And they're listening to you, and they're following down the same path as you. 740 of us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. And then they're waking up. But by the time they woke up, they were in the same boat as you. They were bad off just like you, if not worse, because you were encouraging them to do worse than you. You were showing them to do worse than you. They thought that being a hoe was okay. It's not. Ladies, we cannot do what these hood dudes do. Notice I didn't say men, because men don't do this. Men don't operate in that energy of being hoes. But see, a lot of you women have the wrong idea of what a man is. And you're trying to copy off what you see these no good dudes do because you feel like that's what all men are, and you're trying to retaliate. You're trying to take your power back. And you're doing it in the wrong way. And see, what these no good dudes can do and get away with, as women, we can't. We can't. Because even the hood dudes and the righteous dudes, I can't even say hood. Let's discard the hood dudes. Let's say no good dudes. Even the no good dudes and the righteous dudes look at you different after you have been ran through. After you have been for the streets. After you have had your thought cake phase. No man of any caliber wants you. But see, when it comes to hood dudes running through women and being hoes, and again, I gotta watch the hood, because just because you're from the hood doesn't mean that you're not a good guy. So let me stop saying that. Let's correct that. But these no good guys, they can be hoes. They can go out here and do what the hell they want to do. Come back later and still settle down with either a righteous woman or a no good thought cake. They have their choice. You don't. Because women, we feel like we can change men. That's the part of our ego that is dysfunctional. And again, I feel like the ego can have a healthy balance to it. But a lot of us, we operate on the wrong end of the ego. It's all about, well, I can change this no good dude into this king, into this righteous husband, into this good man. And then you figure out later that you can't. Nobody can change anybody. You can inspire the change, but you didn't do that. Even when you inspire somebody to change, you still didn't do that. That was on them. That was their choice. They had to be ready to accept that inspiration. But see, that the younger queens, they're waking up. But by that time, it's like, man, I got all of these kids, all these baby daddies, all this debt, all of these bills. And they're struggling to get ahead. And I was like, well, I'm a good woman though now. I learned my lesson now. I understand not to deal with these type of men. I understand I should go after the good guy. I understand I shouldn't be shallow in that way and just automatically assume that because a man is respecting me, that he's lame, that he's corny, that he's a square, that he's boring. I understand that now. But by that time, young queen, it's too late. It is too late. And then we get upset when these men say, well, I don't want to deal with a woman that has kids. I don't want to deal with a woman that, has baby daddies. And again, plural, baby daddies. I don't want to deal with a woman that's bad off and looking for a handout. I don't want to deal with a woman that was not responsible. I don't want to deal with a woman that will essentially probably bring me down and stress me out with all of her problems and her baggage. That's too heavy on me. And as a man that is a righteous man that made the proper decisions, that made good choices with my life, it's not fair to me to indulge with that kind of woman, to engage with that kind of woman. But see, we get mad at that. Now he's shallow. Oh, really now? Now he's shallow? Whoa, you got your nerve. We be the best women. Yeah, I got these kids, but we be the best women. Because if you a mother, then that means you know how to cook and clean. And if you a single mother, you really know how to cook and clean. You know how to balance stuff out, and you know how to do this. And it's like, you could be. I'm not knocking single mothers. I'm not knocking none of that. I know some great single mothers that would make great wives, excellent wives, better than women that have no kids. But my angle is this though. You cannot be upset if a man decides that he does not want to deal with you at all, no matter how good of a woman you are, because that doesn't correlate well with his lifestyle, what he is involved with, what he wants to do. He didn't want to, he made these proper decisions for a reason. He was being responsible for a reason. He wrapped it up for a reason. He made sure that he was being responsible with his penis for a reason, because he wanted to avoid certain outcomes. Now you come through with your outcomes from your bad decisions, trying to place it on him, and he's like, whoa, I don't want to deal with that. And you can't be mad at that. No matter how good of a woman you are. This is just facts, ladies, not to be mean. I mean, maybe if you had one baby daddy, but y'all be having 5, 2, 3, and they all be ain't shit. Excuse my language. And it's like, man, you sleep with this kind of dude? Raw? Thank you, Shakira. He says, it's always a dope real life conversation with Danica. Any person that we choose to lay with can either make us or break us. Self-care should come first. Absolutely, Shakira Jones. Absolutely. It's a decision. It really is. And we do make mistakes, you guys. I get we make mistakes. But a lot of us make constant mistakes to the point where I'm like, it's a decision. And the reason why I can say that it is a decision is because I hear these women. I hear these women talk. Why you didn't get with him? Oh, girl, he just like to be in the house. You know, he just too nice. He's too nice, girl. I'm just not used to the dysfunction. I'm just used to dysfunction is what you want to say. He's just not toxic. You know, and my toxic ass need a little bit of toxicity. You know? I hear what you say. I hear what you don't say, and then I hear what you do say. Thank you, Ray Arthur. He says, hot girl summer made them hot mess. Hot girl summer made them a hot mess. But women like them will sabotage a young woman from a better life by not telling the truth. Definition of insanity. Yep. Definition of hate. Being a hater. Why would you want to sabotage the next woman coming up behind you and not tell her better and not show her better? Thank you, Ricardo. He says, it is a violent cycle. These type of women will ignore a good, decent man. Even if they find a good, decent man, they friend zone these men. Until later, Ricardo, they friend zone these men until later when their life is in shambles. when they're ran through and for the streets, when they're no longer desirable, when they have all of this baggage, now it's like, you know what? I need me a good man. I need a husband. But all of this time, you've been content with being a baby mama, so why you want to be a wife now? Oh, you saw your friends with righteous men and they're being taken care of? Oh, and she told you he had good dick too? Damn. Damn. You thought because he was respecting you, you thought because he was being nice that he wasn't going to blow that back out. Oh, okay. You thought he was lame and boring because, you know, he was the responsible type. Oh, okay. Okay, so why do you want him now? Yes, it's why do you want to pull him up out of the friend zone now? Why is that? Oh, because you need help. Oh, okay. It's not for genuine reasons. It's for shallow reasons. It's for help me, save me reasons. Thank you, Social Visual, for your donation and also for being a channel member. He says, loving the new look, queen. Thank you so much. And I love your profile picture of you and your beautiful queen. I love it. Hey, you need to chill. You fine as hell. Damn. Shout out to you, Raphael. He says, great seeing this renaissance of real Black women with values. It's been 3 decades of this problem. Kudos for you being part of the effort to change it. I'm trying. I am. 820 of us. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. But it can become draining because you guys have to understand what I'm dealing with. As a woman that speaks the way that I speak, I am hated by both men and women. Men feel like I'm trying to finesse, and women feel like I'm just trying to pander. So on both ends, it's like I can't win for losing. But the great thing about me is I do it because it's true to self. See, if it's not being done from a genuine place, it would bother me. That's the only way it could really bother you if you knew that you were operating from a place that was disingenuous. If I felt in my heart of hearts that, hey, damn, I am just doing this because I'm trying to pander, or I am just doing this because, you know, I'm just trying to cape and I'm just trying to do this. I'm like, damn, let me stop because I'm being called out. No, I say F y'all. I'm being true to self and I'm doing what needs to be done. Because nobody is doing it. And y'all can just be mad if you want to. You can try to say I'm doing this, that, and the third for, you know, some kind of ulterior motive if you want to. Make your own conclusions. I am not going to try to change your mind. But I sleep very well at night, knowing that I am trying to make a difference and do something different. Do something better than what we are being dealt with. I'm tired. I'm tired of no good men pimping out these women and using them, pumping and dumping. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of these no good ass dudes using women up, not trying to be on a purpose. I'm tired of these no good ass dudes leaving these women with babies to raise on their own. I'm sick of all of it. All of y'all need to grow the hell up. All of y'all are pathetic. Because as quiet as kept, these women wouldn't exist if these type of men didn't exist. So I'm tired of all of y'all. But I gotta call out these women because no other woman is really doing that to the same extent that I am. They're not. They say I'm pandering to men. I see y'all pandering to women, trying to pacify them for their poor decisions. Peep that alliteration. So pick a poison. Pick a poison. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. So you might as well operate from a place that's true to you. Thank you, Villain, for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. 825. We should have at least 799 likes, y'all. I appreciate it. Help us out. You know, I'm just really tired, honestly. Ladies, I gotta hold us accountable. Yeah, don't get me wrong, and I know y'all arguments. Thank you, Isaac, for your donation. Thank you, Tori, for your donation. Hold on, let me see if I can pull you guys up, because I think Tori had an actual comment. If I can pull it up. Thank you, Isaac, for your donation. Thank you, Nigel, for your donation. Tori says, bingo, my point exactly. Don't try to make me feel bad for not taking on your baggage. 47 years and one child, never married, one baby mama. I want no drama. And you know what, Tori? This is why I say, even if you are a woman and maybe you have a baby, maybe you are a baby mama, you know, I don't feel like that's a problem. Like I said, we're human, we make mistakes. You know, we may have thought that this person was this type of person, and then it turned out not to be that way, and we got a baby out of the equation. And, you know, it was what it was, but we chose not to make that same kind of mistake again, you know? But what I'm seeing is a lot of women make poor decision after poor decision, and then you got baby daddy after baby daddy. And now you have all of this extra baggage attached to you outside of just children now. It's not even just the children. Children are a blessing. Children are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But another man probably doesn't want to deal with that, honestly, you know? But outside of the children, now we have debt. Now, you know, we're swimming and behind in debt, baggage as far as our life, our lifestyle. We're not able to do certain things for a man because we're not able to do certain things for ourselves. You know, it's just a lot that goes into that. And like I was getting ready to say, I understand the many arguments of a lot of women. You know, I know what we're dealing with. I know it's hard out here. I know these men can be no good and all of this and all of that. But at the end of the day, we have to choose to do better. You know, if we know that this type of man is kind of doing some of the same things as the last man that was no good, why entertain him? Why? Thank you, Lee, for your donation. And thank you, the BS is real, for your donation. And D Fellow. And Eli says, you speaking facts, keep pushing through. You know, and like I said, I get it. I get it. It's like, well, damn, Danica, you know, you're being hard on us women, this, that, and the third. Well, sometimes you got to have a little bit of tough love. Ladies, let's say this. How many women are out here pacifying you? And how many women are out here being brutally honest with you? I would say the good majority of women out here are pacifying you, patting you on the back and telling you it's going to be okay. Yeah, you made bad decisions all your life and now you're behind, but it's okay. And if a man doesn't want to deal with you and your bad decisions, then F him. He's no good. But then y'all are the same women that will pass a man up for shallow reasons. And I feel like those reasons that men will pass y'all up are very legitimate. Like, who would want to take on additional baggage that you don't have to deal with, that you did not create, that you were not a part of? Women, we would do the same thing. We would be like, I ain't dealing with his ass, his broke, dusty ass. I ain't dealing with that. He ain't got no money. He got all these baby mamas. He probably getting his checks garnished from child support. I ain't dealing with that. Ugh. But then on the flip, on the reverse, You want a man to do that for you. So I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm not going to tell you what feels good. I'm going to tell you what's brutally honest. Because nobody is doing that. And since nobody, let me rephrase that. No woman is doing that. Not really. Like I said, in a no nonsense way. No woman is really doing that. And so I'm going to do it because what's happening is these women are pacifying you, making you feel like being a certain way, being ran through and used up is a righteous way of life. And then you're going down that path of destruction because everybody is making it seem like that pathway is okay. It's the norm. It's okay to be ran through. It's okay to be a hoe. It's okay to be dealing with these pookies and raiders. It's okay. We all did, girl. I don't want that to be normal. I want to make you so uncomfortable that you say, I ain't doing that. I want to make young women so uncomfortable as far as following down the same path as a lot of these women are following down. That is the wrong path, the path of destruction. And I'm not saying you're not going to ever find a husband. Okay, you can be a ran through chick, used up, all of that, and still find a husband. And he could be a good husband. But it could be a lot of detours. It could be a lot of just extra unnecessary waiting and loopholes that you have to jump through in order to obtain that. That is not the norm, though. You know, not a lot of men are comfortable with having women that are ran through, used up, don't look a particular type of way anymore. You know, has all of this extra baggage attached to her outside of just kids. You know, you got reputations attached to you. You know, like all of that. No man doesn't, a lot of men don't want to deal with that. Not saying that no man wants to deal with it, but a lot don't. A lot of you get upset when they don't, when all you had to do was make the right decision the first time, at least the second time. Hell, the third time. So instead of setting yourself up to possibly have to jump through all of these different loopholes in order to obtain a husband, okay, and a good husband, present yourself to be a good woman that makes good decisions. Because that's corny. Fellas, leave her alone. If a woman passes you up and you were nothing but respectful to her, you were nothing but a nice guy to her, you were there for her. If you were that type of man for that woman and she passed you up or she friend-zoned you, leave her alone. I don't care if she comes back later talking about, yeah, I was, I realize now. I would say leave her alone because I think that's disingenuous and I feel like that's just bogus. Especially if she's messed her life up in a certain type of way. Because again, she can't fault you for not wanting to deal with that. I would say the same thing to a woman. Everything that I say can be flipped. I would say the same thing to a woman. Girl, if he didn't appreciate you and your efforts, if he wanted to pass you up and deal with these 30 thought cakes and impregnate all of these different women, take advantage of you, take you for granted, leave you, cheat on you, if he wanted to do all of that, and now he wants to double back to you later once he realizes that his life is in shambles and not going the way that he envisioned, leave his dusty ass alone. We all have to be like that for each other, towards each other. That way we can make the right decisions. If a lot of us held that standard of, hey, no, I'm not dealing with this kind of shit. I'm not dealing with that. You do that, it's a no-go. If a lot of us did that on both the man and woman's end, man, I bet it will be so many men and women with their act together because they don't want to be passed up. If we would stop giving the pussy to the Pookies and the Ray Rays, it wouldn't be no more Pookies and Ray Rays. And if it were, it would be a very small number. But the thing is, women, we keep dealing with them. That's the problem. Torrance says, baby girl, you must not have kids. Everything changed after you have kids. No, I don't have children yet. But guess what? I chose a husband, a righteous man, a righteous fit leader, a king, a god, a man that was suitable for the job, so that when we do have children, I know that he would be the best candidate for that job. So that when things do change, we will be swift and changeable with that in the most productive, righteous way possible. See, change is good. I have no problem with change. Life is ever changing, constantly evolving. That's a part of life. I embrace change. The problem comes into play when you're changing for the worse and not for the better. The problem comes into place when your life is devolving instead of evolving, because you are making poor decisions as far as who you choose to have your children by. If you have a two-parent household with two healthy-minded individuals, healthy-spirited individuals, balanced individuals that are not only fit to be good quality husbands and good quality wives, but that translate over into being good quality mothers and good quality fathers. If you have that, you embrace change together, because you guys know that whatever happens, you're going to face it head on and you're going to conquer it. That's the fact of the matter. And see, we have to hold ourselves in a higher regard so that we don't make these type of decisions. Kato says that's true. Women keep dealing with them. Yeah, we got to stop dealing with them. Because, ladies, when you are in that situation, Pookie and Ray Ray don't want to deal with you. Let you not be able to have something for a Pookie or a Ray Ray to be able to mooch off of. He done with you. Let you have all of these different kids, baby daddies and shit. He don't want to deal with you. You the pump and dump. He's not trying to settle down with you. You are a nice warm place to be for when the time comes. You are a nice couch to sleep on. That's it. Thank you, beautiful goddess. She says she has 3 baby fathers, asking God where all the good men at. Ooh, sis. You did not have to do that, Queen. Let's add an adjective to that, though, goddess. She has 3 no good baby fathers that she wanted to settle down with. And now she's asking, what a good man at? She wanted to be ratchet. She wanted to live that hot girl, hold out life. Now she want a husband. It don't work like that. It don't. And the husband that you do get, because I'm not saying it's impossible, but the husband that you do get, he probably is going to be that square that you were complaining about initially, because he's desperate. He want anybody to say, I'm looking for anybody. Hell, shit. He going to be that pushover. He's not going to be masculine. He's not going to be productive. He's a nice guy. He ain't going nowhere. You know, he'll contribute, but he's not going to be the type of man that you envision for yourself. Just being honest. No man wants to deal with a woman that's ratchet and ran through. Not a man of a certain. They don't. I just know. And this is why we need to start holding ourselves accountable, making better decisions, not allowing people to feed us the wrong information as far as saying things like, well, you can go out here and make your mistakes while you're young. Go out here and live your best life while you're young. Go out here and see what you like. Experience different men. Deal with the street dudes. Deal with the no good dudes. Go see what kind of dick you can get. Girl, go do it. We need to stop doing that. Get rid of that mentality. Get rid of that lifestyle, that way of life, and say, you know what? I'm going to position myself to where I can be in a great position by the time I reach a particular stage in my life. By the time I'm 30, I will have my life together. My life is going to be in order. I'm going to have a great relationship with myself. A lot of women don't have a good relationship with themselves, which is why they make poor decisions and go after poor quality men. I'm going to get in tune with myself. I'm going to do this and position myself to the point where by the time I'm 30, I'm set. I'm not going to be totally where I need to be, but I'm going to be pretty damn well off. I'm not going to live my whole out life being reckless until I hit 29, and then I want to change, and now I want to settle down, and now I want a righteous, wholesome husband. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have my ducks in a row as best as I can, as best as I know how. That way, a righteous, wholesome, good man, a provider male, a masculine man, a man that is about his business, a man that is on his purpose, he's going to look at me and say, you know what? I want that. I choose that. Because he sees the way I carried myself, the way I positioned myself this whole time leading up into where I am right now. He sees that I've been making good decisions, making good quality choices. My life reflects that. So therefore, I'm outshining these other women out here. I stand out amongst them. I stand out amongst the best because I made the proper decisions. I didn't listen to what every other woman was telling me because, again, I saw their outcomes and I didn't want that outcome for myself. I wanted better. So I positioned myself properly. I'm going to get up off of here, you guys. I love you. I respect you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make the proper decisions the first time. At least the second or third time. I get it. We're human. We make mistakes, right? But a lot of us make choices. We make bad choices, and then we make excuses about why we made bad choices later. It wasn't a mistake. It was conscious. You knew what kind of man that was. You knew what type of woman that was. Two-way street, you guys. We're talking about the women tonight. Because, again, no woman is doing this. They're not. They're pacifying y'all and stroking your ego. But then want to come around and complain to me about me talking about women and trying to scope this thing to where I'm pandering to men, but you don't mind women pandering to you. No, cut the BS. We all need to stop doing that shit. We all need to take accountability and responsibility. No pandering. Just calling stuff out on both ends. I'm a woman though, so as a woman, I'm going to call it out on our ends the most. Because like I said, it's not a lot of Danikas. I love you. I respect you. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, your support. Thank you to Vaughn for your donation. I'm going to get up off of here, you guys. Thank you. We had over 800 and something of us in the building. That's beautiful. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. I'll see you guys next time. All right. My name is Anika Marie. I'm out. Peace.